Good evening, welcome to everyone from Old Trafford, where we are at match day 6, the final match in the group stages. Today is Group B and Manchester United versus Helsinki. A win guarantees Manchester United qualification, but a draw or a loss, and they'll have to rely on the result from PSV Wolfsburg also tonight. It's not been the simple dominating form that Manchester United fans were expecting from this group. They still are the favourites to qualify from tonight, facing Helsinki. Probably the weakest team in the group. Manchester United won by a goal to nil last time out. A couple of changes. Phil Jones' injury means Marcus Rojo makes his first Champions League start of the season. Aaron Henwood, despite suffering bruising on his elbow, he would not miss a big occasion like this. He's not one to miss the big occasions, and this is big for United. A win guarantees it. Anything else, and now to rely on the Wolfsburg PSV scoreline to do it. Wolfsburg on top of the group. Manchester United are right there with them, so should Wolfsburg win tonight, Manchester United pretty much would have nothing to worry about. But if PSV get a win tonight, then it could be a bit more problematic for them to get through, unless the result goes their way here. So Manchester United only losing 2 games in the group, both to Wolfsburg, unbelievably. And that's why Wolfsburg are where they are. Still a good team, even though the absence of Kevin De Bruyne, who moved to Manchester City, of course. Helsinki were not rolled over in their match against United last time out, only won by a goal to nil. Whereas PSV was decimated by 5 and 2 goals to nil respectively, but the Wolfsburg matches were both 1-0 losses for United. Even with the magnificence of David De Gea in goal. Early foul by Herrera, who's already on a yellow card from one of the Wolfsburg matches. And I believe all yellow cards will then be, I think the word is rescinded for the last 16 group stage match, should they get there. Should Manchester United be knocked out, then the Europa League is their best option. Still European competition, but it's not among the elite, and that's where Manchester United need and deserve to be. Manchester United without James Wilson now, and out to Brighton Hove Albion. But the strike force is strong enough, even though the injury to Wayne Rooney is a pressing concern. Berahino starts in front for them tonight. There's another change as well. Martial and Depay on the wings. Berahino comes in. Here's Martial already, causing havoc. And the cross almost fell to Berahino up front. And Smalling. Smalling making a darting run forward here. Martial backs him up. Smalling needs to get back now though. So I go to Berahino. He's already scored his first Champions League goal of the season. I believe that was against Helsinki. Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger crosses back in. Lost his balance momentarily there. Not the most convincing header by Rojo, but he does get the ball. He's off to Darmian. To the pass from Dami, but Berahino is offside. A long way off. By Smalling. And then with a handing ball forward, Smalling's going to clear that up. Ooh. Oh, and Herrera actually lost it. And I think that was Schweinsteiger throwing himself in there. I thought it was Henwood for a moment. Herrera now. Anthony Martial with the cross. Berahino with the header. It's 1-0. Oh, beautiful stuff. And Manchester United take the lead and are, as of now, through whatever happens in the match between PSV and Wolfsburg. A win guarantees it. Berahino with a great header, but Martial gets all the credit for the cross. He was right in Berahino's spot for a perfect header like that. Herrera with the through ball here. No one in Helsinki goes towards Martial. Look at the space. Bad defending by Helsinki, and Berahino comes in very late, by the way. Great run. The Helsinki player went too far in front of Berahino in the first place. And that is a great header from the former West Brom man. A lot of Manchester United fans outraged with the loading of James Wilson. Some of them not too happy with it. And when Berahino gives you goals like that, it can be quickly forgotten about, especially if Manchester United continue their run in the Champions League tonight. And Hull really coming under criticism from the majority of people for his tactics. But right now, Manchester United have the lead. There's Martial again. Oh, Depay, and 2-0. So Manchester United, and Martial is causing all sorts of problems. 2 quick-fire goals for United. Is it going to turn to another 5-0 thumping that they gave PSV in the very first group match? And once again, Helsinki's defending is atrocious. Martial, how does he pick that ball out? Depay drops his shoulder and gets in front of the defender. He just wanted it more. And Helsinki here moving to the side and letting Manchester United have everything here. That is great stuff by Memphis Depay. I mean, for a lot of criticism himself recently, but you can't doubt his talent, and you showed a glimpse of it there. Fantastic stuff. It's 2-0. And within the first half hour, Manchester United dominating here. Probably in a matchup you'd expect them to do so. Schweinsteiger's ball was too heavy for Herrera, and throw into Helsinki. I believe their first touch is on the ball. Herrera. And the Helsinki players are calling for offside, but they got the ball anyway. Aaron Henwood already is on the run. And the Helsinki player, Mendy here. And Jalo. And saved by De Gea. Oh, a little of a chance there for Helsinki, perhaps. There's Aaron Henwood back from his bruised elbow that he suffered against West Ham, where he scored, incidentally. Aaron Henwood's been getting on the score sheet a couple of times in the Champions League this season, both against PSV. First with the Rocket, which is way outside the box, and no Aaron Henwood ring whatsoever. And across from Martial, didn't find anyone in red that time. Martial just causing all sorts of havoc and problems. Great tackle by Shaw. On the way to Ojula though, picked up by Schweinsteiger. And here's Dartman, or Martial rather. Clips off Berahino. Need to go backwards. No need to rush it. Helsinki is certainly not going to them. And Henwood hitting the ball. What a lovely move. He's just full of confidence, even with a bruising on his elbow. It's amazing, isn't it? Can't keep Aaron Henwood out of a big occasion like this. Win and qualification is guaranteed no matter what happens at Wolfsburg. Manchester United just not rushing with the ball at all. Helsinki doing nothing about them unless they could be called on to do so. Trying to square ball to Depay, didn't work. Well, Manchester United in dominating form here, 2-0 up in the first half, 30 minutes, and then just controlling the match for the rest of it. One more half to go, and Manchester United will be through to the last 16. Manchester United 2, Helsinki 0. Looking at the second half, and the match already looks like a foregone conclusion here. Manchester United already up by 2-0, and looking majoritarily comfortable for the majority of it anyway. Helsinki have only had one shot on target, which was easily saved by the magnificence of David De Gea. That's not great for defending by Brojo, however, and Joho's going to come through, and Helsinki get a goal. Marcus Rojo, really poor movement there, and well, we were saying they were looking comfortable for the majority, but now there might be a bit of nerves going round. Marcus Rojo, what is he doing? United have been so comfortable up until there. Rojo has not been really in favour of Louis van Gaal recently. He's not had a run of games. He's come on for the injury to Phil Jones. Oh, I don't know what happens here. He just loses track of the ball. He misjudged the rolling of the ball, and that's what happened there. And you could probably say Rojo was a little unlucky, to be honest. He's lost track of the ball, and Manchester United now need to be really, really careful. Let's continue with another goal when they're back to square one. And Henwood pushing his way through, and shots wide, unfortunately. And him with that elbow is not troubling him at all, is it? Scoops through, jumps his shoulder, starts running. And that is one of the most scary sights in the world of football. A real gutsy, determined player like that is running at you, and you can't stop him with the form Aaron Henwood's in. It sure is very intimidating for a man of his height. He's tiny. Oh, and there he is again, tracking the ball and going after it, and forces United to get the ball back. Made a hold-up play by Helsinki there, and they've still got it. Now, here's Joao again, all over by Rojo, and Manchester United had to use all their experience of teamwork to get the ball there. Helsinki's starting to find it in themselves a little bit here. There was barely anything from Helsinki in the first half. Dug into Depay, Luke Shaw overlaps. Wonderfully done. And Berahino's offside here. Definitely. I think Luke Shaw, he saw Berahino running towards him. He couldn't get back on side quick enough. And I think he'd get the ball. Headed by Smalling. Depay. Henwood's down on the wing to his left. What's he going to do here, though? He's going to cross it. It's not going to be a bad one either. And it rolls across the post and in. 3-1 to Manchester United. I believe that's Martial. It's Berahino, rather. And that's bizarre. It ran across the goal line and crossed it anyway. Manchester United get a third goal, and now it has to be comfortable. And for Aaron Henwood here, I don't know what came from him here, but he decided to cross it. It worked. Berahino with another header, which rolled across the goal line, and Berahino's kind of in two minds whether to go over it or not. But it crosses the line anyway. What a peach of a cross from Aaron Henwood of all people done. Anything that man can't do at this point. Look at this, it rolls across the... That is bizarre. What a bizarre goal. Somehow, some way, Berahino rules it in. And United are 3-1 up. Wow, what unbelievable stuff here at Old Trafford. And Marcus Rojo. Wow. One of the most bizarre goals we'll see this season. It was wheeled in by Berahino more than anything. He was in two minds of whether to go back after it in case it didn't cross the line. He did. How is Aaron Henwood playing these peaches of balls at the moment? Here's Henwood again. Mendy is already tracking him right now. And Aaron Henwood just blows past him. Henwood shoots. He's gone down. Cross back in. Mendy was tracking Henwood like he was a homing missile, and then Aaron Henwood just blew past him anyway. Oh, here's Joe again, and again Marcus Rojo caught in possession. Here's Joe again, great run and track there by David De Gea. Not letting Joe beat him again. And it resumes battle with Mendy. Great ball. Oh, Memphis Depay. Beautiful. Now with the cross. Berahino again. And Memphis Depay, a beautiful piece of skill leading up to that. And Berahino, well, it was Martial that time. But Manchester United expert headers on the ball here. And I think the spirit of Helsinki that they showed in the early part of the second half has now been evaporated. And Manchester United are all over them. Here's Henwood running at them again. Look at the space. Henwood tries a shot and is blocked. Teams are really underestimating Aaron Henwood's pace at the moment. Not a lot about him, but he does. He runs at you, and the defenders just seem to back away from him. With another peach of a ball, but this time a Helsinki player gets it. Marcus Rojo. Here's Henwood again. Look at Henwood just keeping the ball. He's finally tackled. Henwood is running amok again. Here's Smalling. Oh, Jolo rather. Pursued by Smalling. No foul given. The advantage will be gained though. Not for long. Hello shoots. It's wide at the post. I think he's showing something here, but time is quickly running out. And the substitution for Helsinki happening. Aton goes off, and Zierli goes off for Schürrle. And we get the shirt something goal for some reason. I'm sure there was two happening there, but never mind. Martial. That's wide. Martial's getting a plethora of goals in the Champions League. Manchester United really do seem to play well in the Champions League. Although they did win against West Ham, to be fair. Helsinki, Leicester and Watford rather, proved troublesome. And the troublesome draws. This time well. See by Herrera. Oh, look at that desire from Henwood to get the ball. Got deflected. United got it anyway. As the United fans sing their way into the last 16 now. The fans, that is. Depay. Lost track of the ball from Helsinki there. Luke Shaw puts it in. Like no one wanted it there. Even the Helsinki players were busting a gut to get there, but in any case. Jolo. And Jolo has caused problems for Rojo all night long. And here he comes again. He's wide. And Rojo is really struggling against Jolo here. Once again, just not there. I'd rather coach Jolo's knee more than anything else. Minutes running on time in the second half, and Manchester United comfortable now. There's Martial. Oh, saved by the keeper's foot, and Martial puts it back in. And he's pretty wide that time. It's a corner though. I roots it in. And by Smollett and Schweinsteiger. And Schweinsteiger again. Manchester United very unfortunate not to score there. And Schweinsteiger really showed a great desire to get the ball here. Somehow it rolls through to him. And he tries to turn it back in, but unfortunately he's wide. Coming to the end of the 3 minutes of added on time now. Manchester United comfortably through, despite a goal in the second half. Depay. And De Berahino. Depay. The ball's rolled to it. And that is it. Manchester United through to the final 16. They qualify against all the odds, really. But I don't think it was ever in doubt. This was an easier matchup for them, despite a scare in the second half when Helsinki grabbed their first goal, but United just looking comfortable for the majority throughout. Goals from De Berahino, who got two magnificent headers. One that trickled over the line more than anything else, but it's rather comfortable when it was actually opening goal from, I think it was Memphis Depay, and two headers from Berahino. Never really in doubt here, despite Helsinki's goal. Manchester United win by 3-1 and through to the last 16. So matchday sinks all the scores from today and the progressions, of course. Real Madrid in an absolute thriller at the Bernabeu Stadium. Madrid winning by 5-3 in their match there. But Real Madrid, I think, were through a long time ago. Apple FC end with a loss against Paris Saint-Germain. Probably no surprises there. United beating Helsinki by 3-1, and Wolfsburg lost to PSV. So I think that means United top Group B. We'll have a look in a moment. Atletico Madrid have had a pretty poor campaign. They ended a draw against Lazio. Galatasaray are through 4-0 against Benfica, but I think Galatasaray were out anyway. Manchester City convincing 4-0 win against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I do believe that progresses Manchester City as well. Sevilla 1, Juventus 1. Partizan 0. Monaco actually end with a win there. Barcelona beat Roma by 1-0. Arsenal 4, Basel 1. Olympiacos 0, Munich 1. So I think that means Arsenal and Munich are actually through. I'll look in a moment. Porto 1, Tel Aviv 0. Dynamo Kiev lose to Chelsea by 1-0. Ghent 2, Valencia 0, and Lyon 1, St. Petersburg 1. So the final group classifications look like this. Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain a long way in front. And that was actually Real Madrid's first dropped point. Only dropped points was earlier. But they're still convincing winners with Paris Saint-Germain progressing with them. Sparta Prague and Apple go down to the Europa League. That is the same case for Wolfsburg and Helsinki. Manchester United's superior goal difference has actually mean they progress as group winners and will get the somewhat easier matchup, if you like. Group C is the same story for Galatasaray, Benfica with them, and Atletico Madrid have had a pretty poor campaign by their standards and are out and down to the Europa League. Manchester City convincing winners in Group D with Juventus second. Borussia Mönchengladbach also almost springing a surprise, and Sevilla are out as well. Barcelona convincing 6 out of 6 and the full 18 points in Group E, a dominating performance by Lionel Messi and co. As Monaco progress with them. Roma are gone, as are Partizan with 0 points. Group F, it is Bayern Munich and Arsenal progressing. Bayern Munich with the full 6 out of 6 and 18 points as well. Arsenal get through with a 2 goals point superior difference to Olympiacos and Basel. Group G, it's, actually Munich did Arsenal a favour because I believe Arsenal was third at that point. But in Group G, Chelsea and Porto progress. Jose Mourinho, both his clubs, which is quite an ironic statement. Kiev on 8 points, Tel Aviv only on 1. And Lyon progress with St. Petersburg, and Valencia sadly go down, as do Ghent of Group H. So, let's have a look at these matches then. So Paris Saint-Germain have the very entertaining task of Manchester City. PSV get Galatasaray. Manchester United are drawn with Benfica. And it's a tasty fixture of Juventus and Real Madrid. In the other matches, Monaco will face Chelsea. Arsenal have French champions Lyon. Porto have Barcelona, which looks like an impossible task. And Zenit St. Petersburg are drawn with Bayern Munich.